Singleton, he gonna give you the real.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, we seen the real, man. Snowfall.
R.I.P. Singleton, bro.
R.I.P. to John. They made John proud with this Snowfall finale, man. Let's just get right into it, drugs.
Yeah, bro.
They made him proud, and they made me proud, man.
Amazing, man. I literally shed a tear on this one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all niggas.
It was a beautiful episode, man. A nice way to put a button on the entire series. I know as we watched the last season in real time, we had some harsh words for it, and rightfully so, because they might have fucked it up in terms of a couple of episodes what we were watching and what we were used to. But they brought it back around in this season 6. I can't say any episode was bad. I loved every episode. Maybe the one episode where like episode 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was. Might have been like episode 3, but
Right.
came to an end, man. They put a button on it perfectly. They show you the rise and fall of somebody in the dope game. They show you how all of the characters that were involved, where they ended up, where their lives going. I mean, it's true. It's pretty true to reality, and for the most part, we finally got Peaches back. I don't even really like how they brought Peaches back, but we got a Peaches sighting.
I guess
After what, like 2
had to,
seasons?
Yeah.
You said what?
I said I guess that's how they had to bring him up though.
Yeah.
That he disappeared so fast and out of nowhere. I guess it made sense though.
It made a lot of sense. In the way they wrote it, they wrote him in like what last season, he took off with this bread, which I didn't really believe. I thought that was a plot hole back then, but they kind of filled it up with how they did it now. Franklin losing all and is trying to get bread. He thought, all right, let me go find Peaches. I know he stole some of my money. Found him, and he's a junkie on a chair. And it's like, all right, I can see how they brought that back. Like, it kind of makes sense. But you wanna just get into a little breakdown of what we see in this episode? We start Franklin at the bar, frantic as ever. He on the phone with V, telling her what happened, what his mom did, what happened with Teddy. They ain't got the bread. As soon as V heard they ain't got the bread, like we knew she was in this shit for the money from the jump.
Yeah, I think everybody that found out or came up on the show or was a fan of the show realized that V wasn't a genuine person or character or whatever. But at the same time, I believe Franklin did tell V to leave.
He did multiple times.
Yeah, like if it,
Which should have been another clear indicator of her being around for specific motives. You know what I'm saying? Like, she even disowned her moms for that bread. Like, she let her mom, she was like, yo, fuck moms. This nigga got the bread. Let me stick by him until I could get my hands on it.
Right.
And the way they introduced V to the show was like she was just put in the fucking script.
Literally came out of nowhere, bro.
And this was a main character. So that right there, if the writing ended up being what it turned out to, that made sense. We see Franklin. Basically, this entire episode is him understanding he's lost it all and trying to get it back however he could. He pulls up on Leon again, tells Leon, hey, man, like... And every time we see Franklin, this nigga is looking sweaty, looking, man, stinky, looking fucking dirty and shit. Frantic in the face, nigga, looking upset in the face.
Crazy, bro.
Busted lip. Like... crazy, bro. He asking Leon, yo, I know you just gave me $500K. How much more you got left? Leon lets him know, I got about 3 M's left, bro. Franklin get hyped, like, yes. He start trying to put a little scheme together. Right. And Leon is just looking at him like, bro, like,
nah, nigga. Like, that's
nigga, you for real? Nigga.
Yeah, like, nigga, that's enough of the schemes, bro.
It's a wrap, bro. You done, nigga. You cut off.
Yeah.
He start dissing his moms in front of Leon. Leon like, yo, you know why she did that, son? Like, I'm kind of on her side. Like, bro, you fucking wildin', nigga. Like, you all bugged out. Leon got the Jerry curl. I see mad tweets that was saying, oh, yo, when you take your uncle's Jerry curl after the funeral, it was this nigga fucking Leon with the same Jerry curl that this nigga Jerome had. That shit was funny. This nigga Franklin pulled the strap on Leon. Actually, remember he pulled the strap on that nigga. When Leon told him he wasn't gonna give him the bread,
Oh,
nigga
the
pulled the
bread.
whole strap.
Oh
Nigga
yeah,
pulled the strap on that nigga, not giving a fuck.
on some crackhead shit. Like
It
the
looked like the
whole
murder weapon. Where he did
the
look like a
whole
murder.
gang of the projects in the crib. Nigga still try to do that. That's
Nigga
hilarious.
still on some like legit crackhead shit. Like niggas knowing he not gonna do it, but they just looking at him like, yo, this nigga wildin', son. Look at him. The whole episode was just niggas looking at Franklin like, yo, look at him. Look at this nigga. Didn't we tell him it was gonna end like this? Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's some funny ass lines though from this episode where the fucking DEA nigga is trailing Franklin and he pulls him over and he starts giving Franklin the business like, yo, we gonna get you. And Franklin at this point has nothing to lose. He's like, yo, nigga, you Uncle Tom ass nigga, get the fuck out of here. Do it, nigga. I ain't got nothing to lose. Do something, bitch. The nigga pulled the gun out on Franklin. He like, yo, use it, son. Use it, bro. Uncle Tom ass nigga, and he drives off on him.
Uncle Tom ass nigga.
Wanda going back to Africa. That shit was funny. Wanda telling Leon she going back to
They
Africa.
both come back to Africa.
Oh yeah. No, they didn't. Remember,
Remember when
remember.
Leon came? He was like, you. Franklin was like, yo, you. What he was saying? Like,
Oh
you
yeah, you
keep
left and
going
you
and
came back and you back again. Yeah.
yeah.
Go to Africa, come back. Go to Africa, come back again. I'm gonna start calling you Yo-Yo, nigga. Yo-Yo!
But this was. But
But look
remember,
how he was dressed. Look how he
it was
was
a time
walking.
skip.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was
It
a
was like
2 year
a
time
few
skip
years.
before that. Because remember, he was
Yeah.
telling Wanda he wasn't going with her. She asked him. She was like, "Yo, I'm about to go back to Africa," and he was like, "All right, cool." And she's like, "Yo, you're not even gonna ask me not to go?" And he like, "Nah, I got shit to do here." But then it was a 2 year skip, and that's when he came back in the hood, and that's when he you know what I mean he pull up to Franklin old crib and his fucking liquor bottles in the front yard, grass overgrown, and he got the hood niggas in front, the little niggas pull up on Leon like, yo, what you rep, nigga? Where you from? He like, yo, nah, man, I just used to live around here. Why that always work in the hood movies or the hood shows where a nigga that used to live there come back and run into the new niggas that run the block and they press him and he like, yo, nah, I just used to live here. Why do they always go for that? Like, niggas know they be
I
telling the
mean,
truth. Niggas be like, oh, all right, we gonna give him a
it's
pass.
the truth though.
It usually be the
Nigga
truth, but
Leon ain't pull up on nothing. He just wanted, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
he just want to see his shit.
He saw what the little homies was on. He wasn't even trying to get into that.
Yeah,
But it's just crazy to sum it all up. What freedom, quote unquote, or
yeah.
being free in America is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Franklin said that too. He said, yo, I'm free.
the guy you see sleeping on the train, bro.
And
You know what
word
I'm saying? The guy you see sleeping in front of the, you know what I'm saying? When Macy's is closed on 42nd,
in the motherfucking
on
cold, nigga.
34th. Right.
Is that the true American dream, nigga? I seen, shout out to my nigga Flo. This nigga tweeted, let me see if I can find it. He said, yo, since the finale, every time I see a homeless person, I can't help but think, damn, that nigga might have been up 73 M's at one point. Which is real, son. Like, you never know what these niggas that fall on bad terms, where they life was at once upon a time. Nigga could have been up 70 M's at one point, bro.
Right.
And nigga just lost it all. But within that, Franklin was free and he was happy than a motherfucker. He
Yep.
joking, he cracking jokes. He ain't got no teeth and he got a dirty wife beat on. He lost his house. He got evicted. Yo, the funny shit is when Leon pull up on him at the crib, he knock on the door. Franklin come out and he just standing in the doorway. He said, well, come in if you coming in, nigga.
Nigga was
Nigga
mad
pull him
aggressive.
in. He said, yo, you seen anybody out there? And Leon is like, yo, anybody watching the house? He's like, yo, anybody like who? He's like, anybody from the city, nigga, who you think? I love seeing Franklin in that light, but I hated it at the same time, though.
He was channeling his inner Denzel.
Franklin, yeah, I'm not lying. Franklin came a long way in terms of his acting career throughout this entire show, bro. Like
Yeah,
from
definitely.
the little mama's boy we seen in the first season, being green, not really knowing about the drug game, Leon being a nigga that had to put him on, to where he ended up. Well, to where he progressed and then ended up. Man, the reigns that they got from just shout out to Damson Idris, man. The reigns my brother had in this entire show from season 1 to 6 are fucking amazing, bro. Comedy, he was like intense, everything. He had every range of acting in this fucking series. Which
Yeah.
lead me to be like, yo, I want to watch this shit over and binge it straight through because you know shows are always appreciated more when you watch it that way. Like I watched Breaking Bad in a binge. Either way, I thought it would have been dope, but watching it straight through, you get to see the range of every character's development, the way they grow, where they fall, and the plot holes that we notice when we watching it episodically every week. We don't really notice if you binging because the next episode might make up for it. And I've been hearing a lot of people that's watching it for the first time now saying that season 5 that we didn't like is actually not a bad season if you're watching it in conjunction with the rest of the series. And that kind of goes back to what you were saying, Mars, how I always saying, not always, but just the narrative on the second season of The Wire being the worst. You champion that season, and I've heard in hindsight that season is actually pretty great. Exactly how you explained it, I'll let you say it, but in conjunction with the entire series, it makes sense, and it honestly sets up the whole thing.
Yeah, I binge watched the whole Wire. So
Mhm.
seeing that season with everything, it made mad sense.
Yeah.
It was I really the acting on it is like one of the best seasons of acting on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, your mic cracking up. You good now though.
I said, yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
the best acting I've seen on the show. That show, like that season, is superb acting. Definitely that season.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know. Shout out to Snowfall though, man. John Singleton would be proud. I love how at the end they put Fort John on there. Cause man, I thought they was gonna let the brother down, man. It was also dope how they added references to John Singleton's life. At the end, we see Franklin walking past like a movie set with Leon, and they like, yo, what's going on over here? And Leon tell him, oh, they showing some movie. And then the famous line through John Singleton's life when he was on the set filming Boys in the Hood out there in LA. Somebody niggas was walking by saying, man, what the fuck you doing, nigga? Y'all ain't gonna win no Oscar though. So we hear Franklin's character say that to the movie director on the set. It was just really fucking good, like full circle moment. Fucking fire. But the last scene that made me, and I don't know if drugs, this is with the part where you kind of felt like the tears coming down the waterworks. Niggas started chopping onions. That last scene where they go walking around, you know what I mean? Franklin, they walking through and Franklin is walking with Leon. We don't know where they going. They walking aimlessly. Franklin is leading him somewhere. I thought he was going to try to pop this nigga, but just the way Franklin is talking,
He
I'm
was going
like,
to the store.
yeah, he was going. But they didn't mention that. They was just like, yo, just come walk with me. But
Right.
then we seen him go to the store where he went for. A nigga went to go get some crack. You know what I mean, like he asked Leon when he get to the store, yo, you got 10? Can I hold 10 from you? And then they pan to the niggas on the corner selling the dope. And then you just see Leon's face like, yo, damn, son, I thought. And right at that same moment is when Leon offered him a job. Like, yo, I was just actually coming here to see. I mean, I want to offer you this job, man. I got this thing here at the shelter. Like, want to see if you wanted some work, bro. And that's when Franklin is like, yeah, yo, can I get $10 though? And Leon gave him a 20. And Franklin is hyped, like, yo, 20? Word. And he run in the store and come back. And you can see he high and shit. And this is the moment where we see the eviction notice being served, the fucking marshals and shit at the door about to bust it in. Pause. And then Franklin is just like, yo, hey, man, like, I'm finally free, bro. Like, I'm free. You my best friend in the world, bro. You ain't never left me. You ain't never leave me, like, hanging. This nigga Franklin looking decrepit in the face, like, but throughout the whole moment, you realize he has, like, a smile on his face. He looks at peace, finally. From episode 1 of season 1 to now, Franklin has always been frantic, on the run, mad shit. This is the first time we see him free in what is quite possibly the worst time in his life. The nigga eye is half, like, got a blood vessel popped in the shit. Y'all niggas ever pop the blood vessel in your eye?
No. What the fuck?
You never seen a nigga that shit happen to, like in school. A nigga just came to school one day, nigga eye was red. You like, yo, what the fuck happened? Oh, yo, I popped the blood vessel. I always used to be like, yo, how the fuck you did that, bro? And can you see right now? It looks like you can't see. But great show, man. I can't believe it's done. Like, can't believe there's no more Snowfall. And the last scene we see, they put Kendrick Pride, which is the perfect fucking song to end a credit with. Nigga Franklin had his pride still. I mean, he was homeless, he was decrepit, lost everything, but he still had his pride though, which is a beautiful representation of how you should live in this fucking world, man. Like, if you got your pride, nigga, you good. No, whatever nobody says about you or what they think, it shit don't matter if you got your pride and you living in your own reality. Fuck all that. R.I.P. John Singleton, Damson Idris,
Yeah,
shout out
man.
to you. Amin Joseph, everybody else who names I don't know off the top. Shout out to y'all. Y'all gave us some great peak television, one of the best television shows ever.
Fucking peak.
Best television show ever in history on television. I think it's powerful, man. It's very powerful.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.